Okay, guys, welcome to chapter 3. Today we will be learning about props. Props is one of the most important topics that you need to know in React. Previously, we learned about variables, right? So, const value is equal to hello from my app component. Now, now I can only use this value in this component value like this. Let me run this project. My npm run dev this npm run dev server. Now I can only use this value in this component. Now there are situations where you want to share the value between multiple components. And in those situations, what you're going to do is that you're going to use props. Props is basically like uh, parameters to a function. Okay, so let's make a new component here. I'm gonna say, let's see, what should I say? I'm gonna say chapter, chapter with a capital C. Okay, JSX, and then RAFCE to this, and then I'm just gonna write H1 hi from chapter component. Okay, and let's render this over here. I don't need submissions. Just gonna say for the chapter, right? Chapter, and and that we get high from the chapter component. So this thing, the, the component is getting rendered. Now I want to pass a name to this. Let's say const name. Let's give John. Okay, let's just give name for now. To pass a prop, what you have to do is you have to put a space here and then say value is equal to. I mean, it can be anything. I'm just gonna write value here. Value. I'm gonna say name. Okay. Anything happened? Nothing happened. Nothing is getting displayed. Now, what I want you to do is go to the chapter component or whatever component you created. In these parentheses, write props. And then write a paragraph tag or any tag of your choice. Curly brace it. Say props. Props dot value. Now see, get John. Quickly. This, whatever you write here, should match whatever you write here. Okay. This is one way of giving prompts. Again, I'm gonna say this time const age is equal to 25 and then say age is equal to, let's say, 25. Any errors? Sorry, not 25, age. Any errors? No errors. Now let's go to chapter component and write this in another paragraph tag saying props dot age. Yes, we got a 25. Now, this is one way of writing props. The other way is that now writing props over and over again, it might be very irritating in a way because if you have like 100 different values, you have to write props dot value one, props dot value two. So in those situations, what we're going to do is that we're going to do something called as destructuring. So here, I'm just going to say that this component would receive two props, that is value and age. And then I just need to remove this. Nothing happened. And then h2, how about I write it in a paragraph tag? That's better. Say value. Okay, I'm getting John. Okay. And then say age. Okay. I should write this inside. There you go. You get 25. This is called destructuring. you're specifying the component that I'm going to get these values as props and I want to use them. The previous method was just saying props and then writing over here props.value, props.age. That is a bit annoying. This is more preferred by everyone. And I ask you to take this as a habit as well. That is one way of writing props. Now we will go to something called as default props. So default props is that when you don't pass anything. So I'm just gonna say default name over here. Default name. Okay, nothing happened because I'm passing the value to this. Now I'm gonna go to app.jsx and remove the name and just give them this. Yeah. Okay. So I'm still passing a value over here. That was the problem. Now if I don't pass any value, you can see we get default name. Default name is therefore given because this is a default value. It's like a fallback value. If the user doesn't give anything, use this value. That is like a default parameter to a function. It's the same case. Okay. So that is how props work. And yeah, let's now props you can also pass setters and getters as well. Okay. Let me show you some. I'm gonna say const age set age. Yeah, that's fine. And then I will not. Yeah, I'm gonna pass this, and I'm gonna say set age as set age. Okay. And then in chapter component, I'm gonna remove all this. Getting this. Getting is age, set age, right? And in this component, I am going to take an input and you remember the function on change? Sorry, the attribute on change. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna pass here. I'm gonna say E or the event set age E dot target dot value. Now remember, this set age is not defined in chapter component. It is getting passed down as props from the app.jsx. Okay. Yeah, and how about I just display it here as well. I'm gonna write two, you get it. It's a bit congested. I'm gonna write a BR tag. Yeah, two. And if I write anything that gets displayed, as you can see, it is working. This was just to show you that not only values, you can send use state hooks as well, like the setter hooks. You can even send name hooks, object hooks, anything. And yeah, that's all for props. And I'll see you in the next chapter.